Hello and welcome to the Plainville Indoor Sports Arena. We are just moments away from the start of a matchup between the Shamrocks and the Allies. This is a crucial matchup in the spring season for Roller D1. The Allies have a 3-2 record, which matches the Shamrocks. Both of these teams are clearly in need of a victory in order to crawl back into the standings, 4th and 5th place respectively. Some of the key players to watch: Mike Polaria is one of the few goaltenders in this league that can really take control of the game. Expect a big performance out of him. Julio Alves, on the other hand, is the always stalwart and skilled goaltender of the Allies, and he is always trusty in net, so both of these teams are going to have their work cut out for them in terms of offense. Defensively, I'd say that Delgado has improved with every single game for the Allies, and they have Art Laney and Jim Benning, two old favorites, back in action tonight, and Kelsey, one of the great two-way players. Also keep an eye on Evan Hill, who is going to need to have another big offensive night. He has just 3 goals on the season. He needs to get back on the score sheet. The other end of the ice, Jeff Woodward, Dupuis, and Jesse Edwards are the big names you have to keep an eye on, as well as Pete Malik, who takes a lot of shots. So without further ado, we are just moments away. Let's get to it. Shamrocks Allies coming at you. And some great action so far. Evan Hill now taking the face-off draw, but that one controlled cleanly by the Leprechauns. Matt Dupuis taking that draw, and he will once again. Another face-off draw here. Evan Hill getting tied up with Dupuis, and eventually the Allies take control. Here come the Allies the other way. Breaking through the defense, or attempting to at least, was Michael Kelsey, but unable to make much of that. And now Evan Hill tying up the defense in the corner. Once again, this is Sean Perry bringing you the action live here in Plainville. Thank you for being with us here. 1-0, the Drunken Leprechauns leading. Great work there by Benning, tapping that thing down, setting up Evan Hill. Hill now tied up, regains control, takes the zone, and slapped away there by Jeff Woodward. Good work by the Leprechauns. That was a good opportunity there, first one of the day for the Allies. And now with it is the Leprechauns. And that was a forward pass there from Dupuis. That did not go the way he expected. Now Kelsey takes it into the zone. He's trying to set up Hill. Hill could not escape the back check of the Leprechauns. Dupuis now moving the puck forward. And it comes to center. And collision there. Taken down Cena hard. Good work by the Allies. Taking more control over their own zone. And now pass from from Evan Hill over to AJ Benning. Actually, I believe that's Art Laney tonight. I'll get you further word. Number 4. Rieger now doing some good pressuring work. Number 4, that is definitely Art Laney. Laney's doing some fine work on defense, but definitely not likely to have that same speed that A.J. Benning brings to the table, unfortunately, for the Allies, and they're going to need some serious offense tonight. Great work here by Delgado, breaking the zone, though, sneak it in. Almost able to take a breakaway there. Delgado's game has really improved for the last few games, just taking a lot more chances and being a little bit more confident in his approach with the offense. He's always been solid defensively, but that's also picked up this year. He's become more of a floor general. And winning that faceoff draw was Hill, but Leprechauns do take control in their own zone. And now with it is Pete Malik, getting tied up with Rieger. And eventually cross it over to Ernie Field. And then it is sent all the way up where Delgado can easily just collect. And he sends it deep for Hill, who cannot take it all the way in. And back the other way come the Leprechauns. And taking it now is Benning. Benning leaving it for Hill. Hill be able to split one member of the defense, but not two. And good work there once again by Field. Back the other way come the Shamrocks. Excuse me, the Leprechauns. And backhanded shot. And not flashing the glove, just keeping it in the controlled right place was Alves. Very smart goaltending there. Kelsey wins that draw against Dupuis. Almost takes it out of the zone. Slap shot goes forward. Ricochet. That's a big save by Alves. Good awareness. Dupuis now with it again. Sends it out to center. And Leprechauns trying to set something up, but the collapsing defense of the Allies making it difficult for them to get the shot they look for when they set it up. And good steal there. Shot. Blanks off. Good work by Jesse Edwards. Ricochet there. Almost goes on goal. Another attempt by Malik. Can't get it towards the net. And taken away by Michael Kelsey, who makes a joke of Kakarot. I mean, Edwards Jesse. And back the other way. He comes all the way down, Bobby Orr style, but gets tied up at the very end. Tries to draw a penalty there from Edwards. And Art Laney's shot takes a funky bounce loose in front. Is it in the goal? It is in the goal. That is a funky, chunky monkey goal right there. Art Laney's shot ricochets off a few Shamrocks. Takes some. We're gonna take a look at that in the instant replay, I'm sure, at stadiums. But that was a very fortunate bounce for the Allies. They are lucky to have that one go through, as they've had some trouble with penetration tonight. And Dupuis takes his umpteenth face-off draw for the Shamrocks. Will they give someone else a chance? Is that a smart move? He's been pretty good, but that was another win for Hill. Hill now behind the net. And boy, would he love to get on the score sheet tonight. He's had a tough season. He had a very big one last year, in the winter season. But he hasn't scored too many goals, only 3 this season. Kelsey, on the other hand, is not as off to as crazy a start as last year, but still considerably awesome with 6 goals and 4 assists on the year. And now it is Evan Hill behind his own net. Coming up with it, looking for Kelsey, who cannot collect that pass. And now Dupuis has a chance with it, but Delgado clips it up and crosses it all the way over to Hill. Hill has a tough angle shot and gets a stab at it. Good awareness there by Polaria. And big slap shot there, saved by Alves. And that's a smart take there by big number 17, Ernie Field of the Shamrocks. Excuse me, the Leprechauns. I'm sorry, I keep on messing up the number 4. I'm Irish, so I have a lot of iconography. Tie up in the corner here. Dupuis ends up with it and moving it forward for the Leprechauns. Wants it for a slap shot. Ricochets off of Laney's skate. Now Delgado collects behind his own net. Delgado now coming up with it. And he is taken off the puck eventually by Woodward. Now it is Hill, who is stick handling to take it into the zone. He has Delgado nearby. Ends up leaving it for Delgado, but too many Leprechauns nearby. And And Hill still fighting for possession, but eventually the Drunken Leprechauns take control. And back the other way they come, holding the stick with one hand and keeping possession very impressively there. As Jesse Edwards still has control, though he is being pressured now by Hill, someone who can keep up with him on the space. Ricochet attempt there goes wide of the net. Good set play there from the Leprechauns. Edwards with it once again. And he sends it towards the net, but couldn't quite get the English on it. Now it is Hill who sends it off the boards all the way down where Rieger will chase, but there's no match for Woodward, who gets there first and now takes it up floor. And good work there by Kelsey. Steals it and knocks Edwards down for his measure. And now it is Art Laney with it. And Woodward bats it out of the air, but Kelsey is right on it to collect. And Kelsey over to Rieger. Rieger cannot keep possession. And now it is Laney. And Rieger's having a tough night once again here. And now with it is, Edwards. And he's once again taken off. And Laney winding up for a big slap shot from downtown. Hey, it worked once. Now it is Dupuis sending it over to Edwards. Edwards just a little bit behind the 8-ball on that pass. But still in the zone, setting up for Dupuis. He has the wide open net, and he just couldn't get that ball to settle down. Now he's being tied up by Rieger. He centers it. Bouncing ball. And Benning takes a nosedive into the netting. And the Leprechauns are unable to keep it in there, but some good pressure there here in the tail end of the first period. 1-1 remains the score. Evan Hill now settling it down. He has Kelsey. Dangerous matchup here. Big shot. Great glove save by Polaria. And back the other way come the Leprechauns. Hill's got to hustle if he wants to get back into this rush. Slap shot. And bounces off of Benning. And now another opportunity. 2-on-2. And good work here. And 3-on-1 of opportunity. Shot saved. Delgado tied up in the rebound. Still loose. And not frozen yet. Finally. Alves able to collect in a great approach there by Pete Malik. And that turned into a very scary situation for the Allies as they just did not have enough defensemen back. Fortunately, Delgado was there to sacrifice his body. And Alves had the right positioning. Face-off draw with 36 seconds left here in the first, and the Allies just want to get back into the box without another goal. Saved there by Alves. Rebound opportunity for Edwards, taken away by Delgado. And a slash of the stick sends it back down deep where Dupuis looks for a centering shot, but he can't collect. And now as Hill touches up, we have a delayed penalty against the Allies. And a power play opportunity here for the Leprechauns. And Dupuis wins that face-off and sends it all the way up into the ceiling, but it doesn't hit any barrier walls. So still has control. Kelsey taking it away, though, and sending it back for Hill, and that will just about eat up the first period. So some classic seconds here taken away. Kelsey now has Hill in front, looking for a wraparound opportunity perhaps. Center is it. Caught in front here, and Delgado slings it towards the net, but he can't get it quite there. And that'll do it for the first period. And once again, we are back just a few moments away from the start of the second period. Quite a start to this game. More low-scoring affair than we're used to between these two, but it's just the beginning stages. I am with cinematographer extraordinaire Victor De Leon. Victor, what do you think of the action so far between the Leprechauns and the Allies?
Both teams are doing really well. The Leprechauns are doing really good. I mean, it's, scores 1-1. So, I don't know. We'll see if the Allies can keep up.
Thank you so much. I agree. It's a tight one so far. It is 1-1, but personally, I think it's a little less close than that 1-1 score might say. The opportunities, possession, scoring chances are all in favor of the Leprechauns. The Shamrocks. And wind up here. Does not go through. Hits the netting, no call. I guess that came close to the netting, just hit against the boards. And the Allies managed to clear the zone. Hill now with it. Chases it all the way back to the other zone. And he gets tied up pretty hard, but still has possession briefly until it is taken away by Malik. Now it is Woodward. And he moves it up towards Malik. Malik delays. Breakaway opportunity here, and stick save by Malaria. Polaria is Malaria for the Allies offense. And the Shamrocks still have possession here. Wind up there by Malik goes just wide, but Edwards keeping it in the zone. Excuse me, that's Woodward. Rieger now trying to collect that centering pass, unable to quite settle it down. And once again, the Shamrocks have possession. And Delgado slinging it down deep. And just a little bit of back and forth action here. Neither team getting too much consistent possession in the early goings of the second period. Once again, Laney ends up with it. Keeps it away from Dupuis. Now it is Delgado. Delgado sending it towards Kelsey. Kelsey waits. Gets caught up by two defenders in between Woodward and Edwards. So it is Delgado taking it from his own zone once again. And he just sends it all the way down. 8:44 remaining here in the second period. Edwards cannot quite collect that pass. Edwards now slinging it forward. Looking for that touchdown pass, but just a little bit ahead of Malik. Once again, it is Kelsey who slings it back towards Laney. Laney now sending it towards Rieger. Cannot collect. So it is Jeff Woodward with it. Woodward's having a strong start to the season so far. 3 goals, 3 assists, but once again, also served 2 penalties already. Woodward now. He's a fierce, feisty player with a lot of fire. Now it is Laney collecting it for the Allies. He has some space to work with. And he was looking for Rieger there, but a little bit too much mustard on that hot dog for her to hold on to. Kelsey winds up for a slap shot. Boys, he's got a strong rip there, but it goes just wide. And Rieger going to get called for tripping. Just a sloppy play by Rieger. Trying to, obviously going for the puck, not his legs, but could not quite reach her target and ended up costing her team a minute 30 with a man down. And that could prove costly, as this game is all about momentum. The Allies were fortunate, as I said, to get that fluky goal in the first. Another goal, and they could start getting desperate in the come-behind trail, and Shamrock could really take control of this game. Once again, Dupuis in the face-off circle, and Shamrocks do control. And Allies able to clear there. Mike Polaria sending it over to Malik. Pete Malik waits. Takes a slap shot. He sends it over to Ercoli. Allies once again able to clear it, but Malik able to set it up right again. Winds up big, wide of the net. Cena's right in front, though, and Dupuis there. Dupuis back to Malik. Malik sending it towards the net, saved there by Alves. And a clearing attempt ends up going out of the zone. Allies for taking the energy out of this power play for the Shamrocks. This has been very fruitless for them. Most of the time has been just chasing the ball. Hill now, case in point, playing keep away. Very slick move there to avoid Ercole. And Dupuy there just sends it in deep, or Delgado will get there first. Gets around Edwards impressively and gives it over to Hill. Hill now. Hill just needs some help. Hill just needs somebody to pass it to. That's been the problem these last few games. He's used to playing with an A.J. Benning or a Pereira from last season. He just doesn't have that speedy young sniper to work with. He has Kelsey, and they've been kind of separated a little bit, and playing a little bit more tonight in the same line. But he just can't do it alone. The Allies need another weapon. Great move there by Delgado to take the zone. And Malik takes it away, but Delgado gives it right back, and he's going to set up Hill for a beautiful chance here. Shot and save by Polaria. Rebound opportunity. Rieger sends it toward the net. And eventually Dupuy able to get it towards the corner. Gets tied up with the referee. Finally, the Shamrocks able to clear the zone. Great opportunity there for the Allies. Malik slap shot. Ricochets off the stick of Edwards, and boom. How quickly does things turn in hockey? Great ricochet. Great plan. That's been their whole setup, get up all night for the Shamrocks. Just get it towards the net, get someone in front of the net, and ricochet. Alves can't do nothing if you're going to change direction at the last second like that. No one can. Edwards getting his, can you believe it? Edwards getting his 7th goal of the season already. How many games have they played? My goodness, this is their 6th game, averaging more than a goal a game. And Edwards now getting tied up there with the ball. This is a big moment in the game here for the Allies. How will they react to this? Will they retain the discipline that they've had over the next 5 minutes of the second period and stay frosty, or will they make another mistake or let it get to their heads and change up their game plan? Because honestly, they have been improving all period long. This has been a much better period for the Allies as far as offensive approach and possession and general confidence. Delgado now stealing it, takes a shot, rebound loose, and it could not have gone closer. It bounces off the crossbar. Great work there by Delgado. Edwards now gives it over to Malik, but good work there by Benning, taking away that opportunity. Back the other way comes Kelsey. Kelsey now waits. His shot saved by Polaria. Rebound opportunity. Edwards trying to get it out of the zone. Finally does. Now it's Ercole. Trying to get by Benning. Gives it over to Edwards. Edwards just sends it in deep. Stick save there by Alves. To the corner. Malik slap shot. That's a big save by, I believe that's a big save, or was that a goal and they're just being extremely casual about it? I'm not sure. Yes, that was a goal, and they were being very casual about it. So big. And 3-1, the Shamrocks now leading the Allies in what, once again, is an improved period. Woodward trying to break the zone there. Dupuy now setting up over to Ercole. Ercole gets 2 rebounds. Big saves by Alves there. That's important. Back the other way comes Kelsey. Leaves it for Hill. Hill breaks the defense, and he just cannot beat Polaria. Now Kelsey still has control. Is he in their heads? That is the question. They have to overcome this goaltender now. 3-1, 2-goal lead is a big hill to climb. They would love to get a goal in the next 3 minutes, 24 seconds of the second period. Now it is Hill breaking one defender, coming right out in front, and another save by Polaria. And a big face-off win here for the Allies. Delgado keeping it on the zone. Good passes on the tape. Sends it towards the goal. And a nice save there by Polaria. And face-off draw here. Controlled by the Allies. Delgado sends it cross over to Laney. Laney now slings it towards Hill. Hill shoots and scores. And that was a big goal, and that was very different in the approach from the other goals, the other attempted goals, I should say, shots that the Allies have been doing. They've been trying to get in close and just, get those garbage goals, the shove in on Polaria. But that time he just did what has done well for him in the past. He went for the hard shot right over the shoulder. And that is how you skin a cat. And incredibly, that ricochets all the way back down to Polaria. Don't blame our cinematographer for that one, folks. I don't think that really made sense geometrically. Once again, Shamrocks clinging to a 1-goal lead here in Plainville as the Allies are looking to tie this thing up and get the victory over their rival. With 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in the second period, Malik takes it up and avoids contact with Rieger. Eventually takes the zone, slap shot, goes just above the net. And now coming the other way is Evan Hill, who just scored. He beats everybody but Polaria. Another big face-off here. Big win for Edwards. Good effort by Kelsey, did everything. Fell over trying to get the possession there. Rieger now, center, trying to feed it towards Kelsey. Eventually, successful, moving it down deep. Now it is Malik down in the corner. Malik able to avoid a strip from Kelsey. Very good discipline there. He just tied up with the boards, knew exactly what Kelsey was up to. Kelsey now recollects and takes a shot towards Polaria, who just knocks it aside for Malik. Now it is Rieger on the back check, stripping Malik and trying to shove him into the boards. Coming in to help is Kelsey. And all the way out to Edwards does the puck. Delgado able to retain possession, able to get away from Edwards. Here's an opportunity. Delgado's shot goes wide of the net. And clearing it are the Shamrocks. Once again, Delgado leading the offensive charge so many times. They should pair him up with Kelsey and put Rieger on the back end. Somebody. Not that he's not useful on defense, but I'm just saying that they need somebody up there that can work with Kelsey a little bit more. So once again, I turn to my co-broadcaster, Victor De Leon. And Victor, you've been watching these Allies games for a little bit now here at the R1 Center, R1's roster games of Roller D1. What are some of your thoughts about tonight?
I think both teams are playing really well. The Allies, are applying a lot of pressure, but the goalie here, what was his name on the Shamrock team?
Polaria.
Yeah, Polaria is just stopping everything that's being thrown at him. Very good goalie here. So nothing against the Allies, just good goaltending, and hopefully they can keep applying the pressure. We'll see if the goalie cracks.
That is a very astute observation. Oh, big opportunity here, shoots and scores! Well, just as we were talking about it, wouldn't you know it, he breaks down, but throughout the story of this night, until just a second ago, was Polaria just being downright unbeatable, and the defense of the Shamrocks really contributing to the difficulty of getting those opportunities tight. But finally, the Allies are able to dig deep and start making some things happen. They have tied it up here in the second period. And Woodward now getting tied up with Hill. Sends it down deep, but Rieger keeps it in the zone. Big slap shot opportunity. Laney collects it and sends it down deep, but unable to make anything of it. Evan Hill was looking for a penalty there as he got taken down pretty hard. He's talking to the referees right now. And the rules of hockey and any sport really is just that if you make a complaint and you actually have any evidence for it, it doesn't matter if they made the call. It'll go in their memory bank, and if they think of it, they'll call something stupid later. Anyways, after 2 periods, it is 3-3 here in the Plainville Indoor Sports Arena. We are live bringing you Roller D1 action between the Allies and the CT Shamrocks. Both these teams are in the thick of things of the spring season. 3 games, 3 wins each, 2 losses. They both need this win pretty badly so that they can get into the, thick of things, get tied for 3rd place, and start threatening some of the other big names in the team, the Drunken Leprechauns, the Braided Tates, and the Big Knives of the world. But the story of this game has been a slow start for the Allies. First period was dominated possession-wise by the Shamrocks. Some great work by Dupuis at the face-off draws, as well as some fine work by Jesse Edwards. But eventually, the Allies were able to break through the mighty wall that has been Mike Polaria. Many big opportunities were stopped, but they didn't let them get in their heads. And Kelsey and Laney and Hill netting them for the Allies and tying this bad boy up. So with 11 minutes, a full third period to go, we have ourselves a classic in the making. Victor De Leon, what do you expect to see? What do you think the final score will be tonight?
I don't know. Final score, I'm going to say it's going to be 3-4 to the Leprechauns.
You mean the Shamrocks?
The Shamrocks, sorry.
Don't pull on me. Well, that makes me look less bad, actually, so that's good.
Well, because you keep saying it, now I'm saying it.
Well, I'm not saying it anymore.
Well, I hear you saying it, now it's in my head. What do you want me to do?
Well, it is my fault, but I guess I remember that series they had, and the new uniforms are confusing. I mean, when I look at that uniform, I don't think of a Shamrock. I think of a leprechaun. It's a clover. I don't even actually know what a Shamrock is.
I don't know. I don't know what a Shamrock is.
For all I know, a Shamrock is just slang for a four-leaf clover, and this is silly. Whatever. Back to hockey. Evan Hill wins the face-off draw for the Allies, and he takes the zone. And he has it stripped away by Arcoli. And down deep, collecting it, was Benning, who hasn't seen too much floor time during the second period at the very least. Surprising. One of the more stout and reliable of the Allies defenders. Once again, the Shamrocks coming up floor, but unable to break through the defense. Now it is Hill. Hill skating with confidence, having scored a goal, but very confidently. Oh, Laney sends it right to the 5-hole, and there for the redirection was Hill. Another big save there by Mike Polaria, who has not lost a step. And another huge save by Polaria. Wow, going right in between the armpit and the post. And Hill just collapsing in exasperation after that. What can you do, you know? That was a good save. And Kelsey wins that faceoff draw cleanly for the Allies. Benning now sending it deep into the zone. The Shamrocks trying to get back on the lead here, but they're having trouble just getting out of their own zone. And tapping it down there was Kelsey. Ends up dribbling towards Alves, who just holds on. And just under 10 minutes to go here in the third period. 3-3 could be anybody's game. Once again, this is the fourth place Allies battling the fifth place Shamrocks. Both of them have 3 wins, 2 losses. This will be a devastating loss for one team and a huge win for the other. This is what separates the men from the boys. Who will do it? Honestly, as the game has gone on, it seems like it's the Allies to win. They've been the one that's improving from period after period. Although, as I speak, I seem to destroy the logic of what I am saying, as they're having a hard time mounting much offense and working as a cohesive unit all of a sudden. Of course, that could be because Hill and Delgado, who have been 2 of the strongest players on the floor, are currently sitting on the bench. Redirection there by Rieger. Very smart play. Leads to a good save by Valeria. That was probably Rieger's best offensive opportunity of the night. And well executed. Just a good stop. Now it is Pete Malik, who collects and holds for a moment. And crossing it over to Arcoli. Laney now delays. Delayed just a little bit too long as the Shamrocks are able to get the control of the zone very quickly now. Big save there by Alves off of another slab shot from Malik, who is just not afraid to take shots. You got to respect that about a player. Another slap shot. Redirection there from Edwards. Fortunately, it goes away from the goal. Another opportunity here. Slap shot. Big serve by Alves. Great shot by Cena. And now back the other way is Kelsey. Kelsey dekes around Woodward. He comes to the front. He backhands it towards their bouncing ball. And Hill was unable to settle it down. But Delgado taking away that opportunity from Edwards. And now Kelsey backhands it towards the front of the net. And able to hold on with a streaking Hill right there was Mike Polaria. And another face-off draw in the offensive zone for the Allies. Comes over to Benning. Benning trying to settle it down. And he cannot keep it away from Cena for long. He ends up getting it over to Hill. And another shot there, going that same target, far end. Right to left attack, or shot, I should say, from Hill. Delgado now, moving it up floor. Gets it over to Hill. Hill takes the zone, delays. His shot goes wide. Now it is Delgado who collects. And Delgado sending it down deep. And back the other way comes Malik, who definitely has the most shots tonight. Winds up for a slap shot. Kick save by Alves. That was a better save than I think we can really film it from this angle. And now tied up is Hill with Malik. Malik probably the MVP of the Shamrocks as this game is worn on, even more so than Edwards. Woodward now with it. Woodward gets by Delgado, trying to center it, but Delgado uses his skates to block up that path. Now Benning leaving it for Hill. Excuse me, yes, Evan Hill behind his own net. And back to Jim Benning. 6 minutes, 38 seconds. Both teams seem a little bit tentative in their approach now, but here comes Kelsey over to Hill. Hill's shot, save, and the Shamrocks able to clear that zone. And Benning gets it over to Hill. Hill, ball goes right through his legs. Kelsey just rams it off the wall there. Now Delgado using his footy skills to get it towards Hill, but does not work. Ricochet bounces off a ceiling structure, so we have a stoppage in play. And another face-off win there for Hill, who beats Malik and Edwards and gets a shot here. And another save by Mike Polaria. And skating over to give him some props there was Hill. Just nothing you can do about that. That's a star attack there, coming all the way in on his own. And just a great save by Mike Polaria. Another face-off win for Hill. Hill battles in the boards with Malik. Malik now takes it up. And he tries to center it, but Delgado not giving Edwards any space. Now it is Evan Hill with the ball. Fakes a slap shot. Cannot trick Malik. Excuse me, Arcole. And now 2-on-1, potentially wind up, slap shot wide. Malik. Not afraid to take shots. Laney now able to get around Edwards, but not Dupuis. The hulking physique of Dupuis able to impose its will on Laney a little bit there. And a good opportunity. Looking for a deflection was Edwards, but Alves wise to their tail. 5:07 remaining here, 3-3. And Edwards lining up for a huge face-off here with Kelsey. And that one goes right to the net. And despite the urging of play it, Alves chooses to hold on to it. For all he knows, that was Shamrock saying that. Face-off win for Edwards. Big slap shot goes off somebody's back. Kelsey now takes it up floor for the Allies. He dekes once, dekes twice, gets it towards the net. And on the backhand, it goes wide. Rieger now with it. Sends it towards Benning. Benning now fakes. Gets it towards, I believe, Laney. Laney sends it towards Kelsey, but the bouncing ball is intercepted by the Shamrocks. Arcole looking for Edwards. Ricochet loose in front, and eventually he gloves it, but a little bit slow, Alves. Was his arm hurt on that play? I think he got a piece of a stick. Off win for the Allies. And now redirection there. Arcole able to send it in deep. Once again, Benning there to clean it up. Laney over to center. Not really ambitious enough on that play of the Allies. They need to start taking it out themselves. And now Hill with it. Catching the Shamrocks in a line change. 2-on-2 potentially here. Hill now with it. He has Kelsey, but swooping in was Edwards. A Woodward at just the right time. Woodward now creating space. Laney bats it out of the air. Great defensive play by Laney. Great hand-eye. And now it is Hill taking it up out of the zone. 3-3 it remains. No goals in the third period of this tied game. Funky shot there by Kelsey. Leads to a funky save, and a glove will hold it. Evan Hill now lining up for the faceoff. Gets it towards Laney. Laney now holds it down, sends it down and into the air. Now, Victor De Leon, can you tell me, what do you think needs to happen for the Allies to win? What is the problem?
I think the Allies are going to need more deflections, you know, to get past this this goalie on the Shamrocks.
He has been extremely skilled throughout the game, but he has really turned it on to another level here in the third period on those saves on Hill in particular. And the Shamrocks now have possession. Winding up for a big slap shot from downtown there. Ends up going wide of the net was Malik. Now it is Benning. He sends it up towards Hill. And Malik sending it toward the front of the net. Hill unable to clear the zone, but Benning there to pass it back to him. Woodward able to get around Hill. Gets it towards Arcoli. And now it is Benning, who slings it around the boards over to Laney. Now it is Evan Hill. He has Kelsey behind him. But he is taken right off the ball by a streaking Woodward. Good work on the back check there by Jeff Woodward, who is regularly a very fierce presence and very physical on the boards. Has been tonight, certainly. And Urcoli banks it off against the Washington Capitals triangle thingy. Out of bounds. A huge face-off here, controlled by Hill. Dupuis falling to the floor. Now it is Rieger, who cannot collect. And out the other way comes Edwards. Edwards with Dupuis. Some traffic in front. Nice screen there by Dupuis. I don't think Alves saw that one coming in, but fortunately it went wide of the net. 2 minutes, 18 seconds remaining here in the third period. Could we have a tie? Hill beats Dupuis. Beats Edwards. And his shot goes wide of the net. All four Shamrocks players just collapsing around the net there, not wanting to let anything go in or give the Allies anything to work with. But that, in turn, doesn't give them much of a chance offensively. With just 1 minute, 53 seconds, maybe their approach is to survive rather than take control of this one. But the Allies seem to have that offensive bone still burning. Rieger now pressuring Malik. Malik sending it over to Woodward. Woodward downtown to Dupuis, taken away by Delgado. Good read by Delgado. Edwards takes it right back from him. And he has a breakaway opportunity here. He saves, Reese in front. Wow, what a save by Alves. Whew, that was a scary moment for the Allies. And another opportunity here for Edwards, but he cannot get it to settle down. And back the other way comes Kelsey. Kelsey has Delgado. Nope, he just has himself. And Rieger getting a juicy rebound and almost sticking that one in 5-hole. 1 minute, 7 seconds remaining. Boy, would that have been amazing. Huge. And another big face-off win for the Shamrocks. Out come they the other way. Arcoli's shot ricochets pretty close to the broadcasting booth. Not cool, bros. Get a shot of the scoreboard. And as you can see from the scoreboard, it is 3-3 with exactly 1 minute to play left in the third. This is where legends are made. And just like that, the legends decide that it is time to think of a timeout to properly figure out a way to be legendary. And a big face-off win here for the Allies. They seem determined to get that last shot. Malik, though, winds up. Big save by Alves. Juicy rebound for Edwards. He cannot get it settled in time. Back the other way comes Art Laney. Art Laney fakes. He has Hill going to the front. Shoot. And deflection still loose in front. And behind the net is Malik. Confusing play there. And touchdown pass meant for Edwards. Delgado will get there first. But Edwards able to set up a chance there, but Laney gets his stick in front of it. Now a broken stick is on the floor. The Shamrocks are down a player. Just 20 seconds remaining here. Will the Allies get one more opportunity? And no stick there for Arcoli means Hill gets to take the zone pretty easily. He runs into Edwards, and he gets a little bit more space to work with, but he just cannot get that shot he wants. 8 seconds remaining. It looks like the Shamrocks will get the last shot. No, not if Delgado has anything to do with it. Hill now waits, breaks, gets it towards the net, and he cannot get the shot off. And that will do it for the third period. 3-3 it remains. Big face-off draw here to start off overtime. These two teams tied at 3 after a scoreless third period now have 3 minutes of overtime action to stick one in. And determined to get that possession there was Kelsey. Laney's second opportunity cannot get by Dupuis. Edwards now sticking it down. Delgado saying no. 2-on-2 opportunity the other way. Kelsey winds up for a shot. Cannot get it towards the net. Edwards coming back to help out. Allies now on their own zone. Laney now with it. Art Laney taking it deep. Slap shot. Goes off the glove of Paleria. And now Hill getting tied up in the corner with Arcoli. And now it is Kelsey once again getting tired of the boards. He has help from Hill. Hill now trying to wrap around attempt perhaps. Looking for help. Hill waits and eventually gets some space. Dupuis has left the rush. Loose in front. What a breakdown there. And the Allies get a walk-off victory. What was Dupuis doing? Just waiting for a pass perhaps? So much traffic up front. And there is some serious anger here by the Shamrocks. Edwards taking off his gloves in frustration. He can't believe that felt his goalie was interfered with. But whatever you call it, I mean, the Shamrocks seemed to give up on the play, and Evan Hill just had an open net to work with. Very controversial ending to this game, but truly one of the better ones we have seen this season out of both teams, particularly the Allies, as we haven't seen as many Shamrock games. But once again, the Allies take this victory with a 4-3 overtime win and improve to 4-3 on the season, tying up with Big Knife for third place in the D1 roller spring season. Thank you for being with us, and please sit tight for the postgame show. Hello, this is Sean Perry, and welcome to the postgame show here, courtesy of Memory. I'll do it one more time. Hello, and welcome to the postgame show for the Allies. I am, as always, Sean Perry, bringing you the postgame report live from the Plainville Indoor Sports Arena. What a game we just witnessed. The Allies came from behind and defeated the Shamrocks to take the victory in overtime. They were losing by as much as 3-1, but managed to dig down deep and beat a hot goaltender in Mike Paleria several times in the second period in overtime to tie things up. And then in overtime, we're able to get that big goal in courtesy of Evan Hill, who gets his second of the night, gets back in the score sheet big time for the Allies tonight. Also getting a goal was Kelsey, who has been strong all season long, but I have to say that Delgado was very strategically sound in his defense, really the unsung here, and almost scored a couple of times. Also great performances out of Rieger, and Art Laney was extremely good, batting the puck down and breaking up plays left and right. But you can't take anything away from the Shamrocks. Really, it was a tough loss for them. Paleria was amazing, and Dupuis was strong as always on faceoffs. I'm shocked that he cost them the game. He just gave up on the play in the end there. There might have been goalie interference. They were complaining about it. Jesse Edwards certainly was. But at the end of the day, if he had been covering Hill, he would have seen what was going on. So the Allies deserved this victory. They improved every single period. They had trouble mounting much offensive pressure in the first period, but as the game wore on, they just gotten better and better. And it seemed like the Shamrocks had a little lackadaisical, especially once they had that 3-1 victory. They just got a little too comfortable and reliant on the incredible play out of their goaltender. But in the end, I think the right team won, and it was a great victory to see the Allies, dig deep and come back from, adversity. So, anyways, the Allies move ahead to third place in a tie with Big Knife and a 4-2 record. I expect big things in the future for this team as they move into the later stages of the roller D1 season. As always, this is Sean Perry alongside Victor De Leon. Thank you for being a part of this broadcast. Thank you to Memory to Video Productions for putting this together. and we will be back to cover the Allies again next time.